In the wake of the scandal about abuse in English football, player Matt Le Tissier is supporting the NSPCC's school programme called Speak Out, Stay Safe. The former Southampton footballer was at Halterworth Primary School to talk to children. Shan Robins reports.
With the support of Matt Le Tissier, the NSPCC are delivering a Speak Out, Stay Safe message to children about the different forms of abuse, including sexual abuse, and who they can turn to for help.
I thought it was particularly pertinent at the moment, given what's happened in football with the historical sex abuse there, and I wanted to be able to give a helping hand to a new generation of kids who hopefully won't ever have to go through what some of my colleagues did back in the day.
We always welcome the NSPCC into school. They do their Speak Out, Stay Safe programme. They work with our children and young people every 2 years to make sure that all the children as they go through the school get that service. Bringing Matt Le Tissier in this year is such a fantastic opportunity. It gets the children even more excited. Having someone that they know and their families know is really important. And the children go home and they want to engage with their parents and talk more about that. And that's very, very important.
Our Speak Out Stay Safe programme is delivered through interactive, child-friendly assemblies. They're very sensitively delivered to children. We use age-appropriate language and really child-friendly.
I enjoyed most where we said that is not okay with our thumbs down.
The purpose of the assemblies is to give children the knowledge that they need to prevent abuse. So we talk to them about the different types of abuse, from physical abuse, emotional abuse, neglect, sexual abuse, but we also talk to them about online safety, about domestic abuse, about bullying and things like that. And we say to them, whatever their worry is, they need to find an adult that they trust to talk to. And for Key Stage 1, that's a grown-up that they trust. We change our language to fit with the age of children.
The messages are taught to children between the ages of 4 and 11. Children in Key Stage 1 are aged 4 up to 7, and even the 4-year-olds are spoken to about abuse.
The reason for that is at Childline, the majority of our calls are from children that are over 11, and we know that a lot of these 11-year-olds and over are talking about things that have happened to them in the past. So what we want to do is educate right from 4, so actually a child knows when something is not okay and they can speak about it straight away instead of waiting years and years and years to talk about that. 3. You have the right to speak out and stay safe.
They are very young, but in today's day and age, it's important that children hear these messages. It's wonderful though that they're done in such a child-appropriate way, in a very interactive way. Having the character like Buddy is instantly recognisable and reassuring as well for the youngsters. So I'm in support of it.
I learned that if you're in trouble and someone's bullying you, you should always tell an adult, not just ignore them.
We also want to make sure that they're confident and that they feel the courage to walk up to that adult and actually say what's happening to them, so that actually we can prevent abuse like that. We can create a whole generation of children that know what abuse is, and they know when something's wrong, and when something feels worrying or frightening, they can go and talk to that trusted adult and we can stop it right at the beginning.
I would tell like my mum or dad or my teacher, whoever is closest and whoever I trust best, are going to speak to them and sort it out.
Well done. And if you see that one of your friends is struggling to have that courage to speak up and as they need to, how will you help them?
Well, I would go and say, tell a teacher and say your worries, and then and then they'll sort it out, and then if they can't sort it out, then they might be able to actually phone up the NSPCC, which is 0800-1111. If you're hurt, even if you don't cry, still tell an adult.
And sometimes that takes a lot of courage, doesn't it? How much courage and how brave do people need to be to do that?
Very brave, because if it's like you've been to someone's house, even if you're not brave, you should just speak to that person.
It's incredibly important that when the children have had the confidence to come and speak about a problem that they've got, that they feel still safe and they get the support from the people that they go to, whether that's pointing them in the direction of Childline, responsible adults, teachers at their school, family members. All these things are key for the children to be able to feel safe and be able to speak out about things.
I enjoyed most about the assembly. It just makes sure everyone's going to speak out and pluck up that courage to go and tell someone.
If an adult finds that they have been approached by a young person to tell them something, what should they do? Because often they don't know what to do.
They can call the NSPCC helpline, or they can help that child to speak to Childline.
It's really important that people understand that the information is out there, help is out there, and that children need to understand that nobody has the right to make them feel unsafe or uncomfortable, and they need to take action. That's a very, very brave thing for a child to do. So we just want them to know where to access that help.
It's volunteers that deliver the assemblies and workshops in and out of Hampshire's schools, and the team need more people to join them.
Volunteers will be fully trained. We make sure that they go through a whole training programme. We make sure that volunteers are comfortable and confident before we ask them to deliver this.
Yes, it's reaching thousands and thousands of school children, but it could be done quicker if the NSPCC had some more volunteers. So if you've got the time and the inclination to help out, it would be fantastic and get this message out there a lot quicker to the school children around the country.
This is Shan Robins for That's Solent.